Well, have we just found Catherine and Matthew their first together home? I'm not quite sure. If it was down to Matthew, I'd say, well, yes. Catherine, I think the 7 acres is probably a little bit too much to take on, but for a property like this, it's worth digging out that extra money. I think they'd love this place. Having been on the market for several months, there'll be room for negotiation on that £595,000 price tag. So this could come in close on budget. What a lot of property to the pound. There's a big kitchen diner, there's 3 to 4 bedrooms, office space aplenty, and 7 acres of land, including those 3 rentable fields. All that, and it's only an hour and a half straight into London.
It's a very light house. It's an interesting layout inside. There's nothing particularly formulaic about what's gone on. And what I like is the fact that it's got potential to allow us to put our own print on. It'll be a big project over coming years.
I think it's okay as a bedroom, but you know, I actually, personally, I would knock through. I would make it a big, massive kitchen. It's quite sweet from the outside. You don't expect there to be so much behind the front door, if you like. The kitchen diner's pretty good, and it's got fantastic views. Maybe I found the land a little bit daunting because it's quite a lot more than I was sort of expecting. It's in a great location, great spot. Ah, my country landowners emerge. Listen, East Sussex has plenty more to see. I think we should get into the car because I'm frozen. You've been ages. Now, one of the big reasons for this move to the country is so Catherine can indulge her passion for gardening. She wants a real taste of the good life, growing her own fruit, herbs and vegetables in a kitchen garden. So we've suggested they head along to West Dean Estate to visit the walled kitchen garden and get a few tips from Sarah Wayne, the garden supervisor.
Welcome to West Dean Gardens.
Thank you.
You're standing in the walled garden, and it's a very compact series of garden rooms, if you like.
It'd be really nice to know, actually, the sort of purpose of a walled garden.
Well, they provide a protected area, so sun, no wind, no animals. Job done.
This garden was first established in the late 1800s to cater for the entire estate's fruit and veg needs. Having fallen into disrepair, Sarah has been redeveloping it since 1991, and it's now home to over 100 vegetable, fruits and herb varieties. Of course, sustainability is very much back in vogue, but you don't have to own a walled garden. Many plants, especially herb and lettuce varieties, can easily be grown at home. The key things to remember are access to lots of sunlight, shelter and a free draining soil.
So I wanted to show you this area, which is a cold frame.
Yeah.
And we use it for growing all sorts of things, but at this time of year there are a lot of herbs in here.
Sarah, what sort of food with all these lovely herbs, you know, where would you use them?
Well, all sorts of different ways, obviously, for salads and things.
Yes.
But I've made a soup.
Have you?
With some herbs in it, if you'd like to.
Yes.
Come round and
soup.
You're interested, Matthew? Follow me.
And not just any old soup. This is Sarah's Venetian pea soup with mint and claytonia, picked fresh from the soil.
Oh, it's lovely.
Very fresh.
Some mint in there.
Yes, well done.
This really is very, very good. I think
lovely,
I'm sold
Sarah.
on the herb garden.
Definitely.
If we can get the herbs, and then we can
could
get to this
we could
final
do this
product.
ourselves, absolutely. Make herb soup every day.
I'd eat this every day, I have to
Would
be
you?
honest. Yeah.
You might be getting it every day now.
So we're on our way to the mystery house now. Glad to see that you're both smiling. Excited? Nervous?
Yes.
Yeah,
Anticipation. Yeah, all of it, really.
What would be the worst scenario?
I think you might say it's a church or a chapel or something like that.
Not the answer I wanted, but I still have faith in the mystery house. So we're heading to Framfield, situated in the Low Weald, just 10 miles from Lewes. It's a sleepy village with a couple of shops and a pub. But if that's all a bit too quiet for Catherine and Matthew, they can head to the busier town of Uckfield, just 1.5 miles away. This commercial centre has plenty of shops and cafes, but most important of all, there's a mainline station with direct links to London. The mystery house is right in the middle of the village, located on the site of an old chapel. There's nothing ordinary about this 5-bedroom home.
So was this an actual church, though? A chapel?
It was a corrugated tin chapel in the village.
Right.
An architect basically raised it to the ground 10 years ago.
Right.
And built this ecclesiastical-style family home.
Fantastic.
Detached.
Different, isn't it?
I think well, it's unusual.
Unusual.
I can see why it's a mystery house.
Nicely built.
I'm not disappointed.
Yeah.
Let's get inside.
Come on then, let's get inside. That's the first time you've said that. This property oozes character. Inside and out has been finished to the highest standard, which surely can't fail to impress. Close the door behind you.
God. Well, my God's most probably not quite.
It's a good expression.
Oh, wow.
I tell you, it's quite phenomenal. Whatever you think.
Phenomenal, that's a word.
It's the first time you've both been speechless for 2 days.
Even from the
It's so
outside, I didn't
different.
think it was going to be quite like that.
I just love this copper arch.
I know.
All the lights are hidden
Beautiful
inside
colour.
it.
I know, it's fantastic.
Reflecting it back into the hallway. The architect basically made all the doors and the window frames by hand and all the iron fittings.
Fantastic.
Enough of the hallway. Come through to the kitchen.
Oh, sweet.
This
Nice
gets funnier and
room.
funnier.
Sweet. It's very sweet.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it just? You can't really take it all in. Hand castings in the ceiling, all the kitchen cupboards handmade. The pew just behind you, it's original pew from the chapel, of course.
Right. The detail is incredible and it is very themed along a particular, everything sits within this sort of theme of church and Gothic.
First gadget for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
You push that button and that's an air purification system that takes the dust out of the air in the whole house.
Oh, right, okay.
So if you've got any allergies,
Yep.
you can say goodbye to them in this property.
We've always wanted one of those.
Yeah, I know.
Well, whether you want one or not,
Oh,
if you
you've
buy the
got one.
property, you've got one. Come on, plenty more to see here.
Okay.
Unlike real church conversions where dividing space can be tricky, the rooms in this house are really well proportioned without compromising on character.
Beautiful room, isn't
If
it?
it's a living room you're after,
It is a living room.
Yeah. It's a living room.
and you've got the maple floor again,
Yes,
and the floor heating.
it absolutely fits.
Wonderful
Beautiful,
view.
lovely.
A few little added extras in this room.
Right.
Here's
right.
the first for you.
Okay.
You're not going to go
back.
down there, are you?
Well, you can if you want.
It's got a wine cellar.
Oh, is it
down
a wine
there.
cellar?
It's used as a wine cellar, but
Yeah.
actually it was where the font was, in the chapel.
Oh,
And it's a
okay.
full immersion font, so you can get a whole body in there, and it's still down there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Not
God.
the body we're talking.
No, not the body, no.
Keeps his wine in the font.
Right, okay.
And why not, I say.
No, exactly.
And Matthew, a little job for you.
Yes.
If you, well, come and stand over here, shall we? There we go.
Right.
If you just push on this door behind me.
Oh, look at that. Oh, fantastic.
Isn't that an incredible use of space?
Oh, it's brilliant. This is getting more theatrical by the moment.
Is it just? That's why I thought you'd love it.
I
I'm
think it's
feeling
like
very at home
Where's
in this.
Phantom of the Opera?
Oh, that's fantastic.